The Galactic Academy's security system pinged for the 7th time that month. Director Zixthar's crystalline form shimmered with frustration as he reviewed the footage. Once again, the two wolf-like princesses had vanished from their quantum-locked dormitory, bypassing technology that had stumped the greatest thieves in 3 spiral arms. They're with the human again. His assistant chittered nervously. Zixthar sighed, a sound like wind through broken glass. Of course they are. Adam didn't even look up when his apartment's door chimed. He simply reached over and pressed the unlock button while continuing to type his report on soil composition for the terraforming committee. His cybernetic left hand moved with practiced efficiency across the holographic keyboard. The metal fingers a reminder of Proxima Station and the war that had ended 5 years ago. The patter of paws on metal flooring announced his visitors before they even entered his study. Adam. Alif's voice carried that unique mix of canine growl and girlish enthusiasm as she bounded into the room, her silver fur catching the afternoon light streaming through the Hab unit's windows. Her sister Aylin followed more sedately, though her golden eyes sparkled with the same mischief. "Let me guess," Adam said, finally turning in his chair to regard the 2 young Lupara princesses. "Quantum physics lecture?" "It was so boring," Alif groaned, jumping onto his desk and curling up directly on his half-finished report. Her tail wrapped around a coffee mug that had Humanity's Best printed on it, a retirement gift from his squad. "Professor Gentall just talks and talks about string theory like we're cubs who can't understand basic dimensional mathematics." Aylin sat more politely beside the desk, though her ears flattened in agreement. "We already know that material. Mother taught us when we were 5 cycles old." Adam raised an eyebrow. "Your mother, the Empress of the Lupara hegemony, who commands 17 war fleets and whose word is law across 40 systems?" "That mother," Alif confirmed cheerfully, rolling onto her back and batting at a stylus with her paw. "The same mother," Adam continued, "who personally contacted me after the last incident to ask, and I quote, why her daughters preferred a retired human soldier's cramped apartment to the finest educational institution in the galaxy." Both princesses had the grace to look slightly sheepish. Slightly. "You tell better stories," Aylin said quietly. Adam's expression softened. It always did when they said things like that. He'd been assigned as a cultural liaison to the Lupara forces during the last years of the Krall incursion, back when humanity was still proving itself on the galactic stage. He'd fought alongside Lupara shock troops, bled with them, mourned with them. He'd even saved the Empress's youngest sister during the Battle of Kepler's Edge, though he rarely talked about that. What he hadn't expected was for the Empress's own daughters to decide. He was their favorite human. "The Academy has plenty of veterans with stories," he pointed out. "Not like yours," Alif said, rolling back onto her stomach. "You don't make war sound glorious. You make it sound real." "True. And you actually listen when we talk. Plus," Aylin added with a slight grin that showed her fangs, "you make that Earth drink coffee. The Academy synthesizers can't replicate it properly." "Ah, so I'm just a coffee dispenser," Adam said dryly, but he was already standing to prepare 3 cups, 2 with extra cream, the way the princesses had acquired a taste for it. As the coffee brewed, Alif sat up on his desk, her demeanor shifting to something more serious. "Adam, can I ask you something? You're going to whether I say yes or not. Why did you retire? You were only 32. Young for humans. You could have been a general," Mother said. Adam was quiet for a moment, watching the dark liquid fill the cups. His cybernetic hand flexed unconsciously. "Because I'd done enough. Seen enough. Lost enough. There's a difference between being able to fight and needing to fight. Do you regret it?" Aylin asked softly. "No," Adam said, surprising himself with how certain he sounded. He brought over the coffee, handing them their cups before settling back into his chair. "I sleep better now. I'm building things instead of destroying them. And I apparently run an unofficial daycare for runaway princesses." Alif laughed, that unique sound that was part bark, part giggle. "Mother says you're good for us. That we need someone who'll treat us like people instead of royalty. Your mother is a very wise woman. Wolf, Empress." Adam took a sip of his coffee. "But you know they're going to come looking for you soon." "They always do." 15 more minutes, Alif negotiated, settling back onto his desk with her coffee cup balanced between her paws. "Tell us about the time you jury-rigged a faster-than-light communicator from a broken food synthesizer and a crawl weapon, core. That story gets more exaggerated every time. Then tell us the real version, Aelin urged. Adam sighed, but he was smiling. Outside his window, Earth turned below, blue and green and beautiful. Beyond it, the stars waited, full of aliens and empires and wonders beyond counting. But in this moment, in this small apartment, there was just an old soldier, 2 young princesses who'd escaped school again, and the simple comfort of coffee and conversation. All right, he began. But when the director calls, you're explaining this one. Elif's tail wagged. Deal. As Adam launched into the story, the true version with all its fear and desperation and improvisation, he reflected on how strange his life had become. He'd fought in the greatest war the galaxy had seen in centuries. He'd bled on alien worlds under foreign stars. And now he spent his afternoons entertaining 2 wolf-like princesses who'd decided his desk was the best place in the galaxy to escape their lessons. Humanity had joined the Galactic community expecting to prove their strength. Instead, Adam had proven something else entirely, that sometimes the greatest victories weren't won with weapons, but with patience, coffee, and treating royalty like the young women they were beneath their titles. 15 minutes later, when the director called, Elif kept her promise and explained everything. Adam just smiled and made more coffee.